Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you defies explanation across New Jersey, Oregon, and now Germany. Unidentified drones are penetrating restricted military airspace with impunity. The White House claims ignorance while local authorities sound the alarm. Representative Jeff Van Drew suggests an Iranian connection, but the Pentagon's denial rings hollow. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's prophetic warning about epic drone wars seems less like speculation and more like insider knowledge. But here's the real question: why won't they shoot these things down? Well, people are starting to, and you're going to find out. It points to something far more sinister than unauthorized aircraft. This isn't just a threat, it is a wake-up call. Now, patriots, in times of uncertainty, one thing remains constant: the value of gold. Just as these mysterious drones expose gaps in our air defense, our paper currency shows dangerous vulnerabilities. While unidentified craft breach military airspace, smart investors are securing their wealth with the ultimate safe haven: gold. Call Global Gold Investments now at 888-700-4148 for your free 2024 Wealth and Retirement Guide. Remember, gold isn't getting more expensive. Your dollar's getting weaker. Protect your family's future today. Call that number, 888-700-4148, or visit IRAGoldproof.com. Mention Gary Franchi for up to $1,000 in free silver with your retirement rollover. Okay, things are heating up in Jersey, friends, and it's not just Jersey anymore. It is getting absolutely nuts. Okay, take a look at this footage. This was published a day ago, and there's the drone. You could see it in the sky, and this one apparently has laser lights on it. Green laser lights. Now, you guys have seen the green laser lights. People are pointing up at airplanes and, literally getting arrested for shooting green lasers at airplanes. Totally, illegal to do. But this one specifically appears to either be reflecting or shooting a laser. Look at that. Look at that. Right back at the people who are recording it. It's almost as if, it detects that people are recording it and it points the laser at them. I don't know if that's the case, but that is the first time we've seen any level of interaction from these types of drones. But we also have this. Okay, so this was some footage that was published yesterday, and it shows these drones opening fire in the skies above New Egypt, New Jersey. It seems like a scene out of War of the Worlds. Okay, let me see. Can you see that? Now, what needs to be noted here is that there is a military base nearby, and they did publish that they were doing live fire exercises. Okay, so I want to be very clear that this could very well be one of those live fire exercises taking place. But I can only imagine, given the heightened state of awareness that people are in right now, when they see
completely stationary shooting.
So that could be a helicopter participating in live fire military exercises. Very simply, that's what it could be. But again, with the heightened sense of hysteria, everybody's pointing their cameras at the sky right now. And everybody is jumping to conclusions. And that's what's making this thing even more difficult to try to ascertain the source of it all. Because you have situations where you do have actual airplanes. You have people that could be sending up amateur drones. You have people that are capturing footage of a military exercise. And then you got the actual drones themselves that are causing all the problems. And then you might even have UAPs that people don't understand. So look at this one. This one was published 2 hours ago. Okay? So this person, Sierra Catalina, 2 hours ago. So I hadn't seen any of the drones in New Jersey until I did. WTF is this? Now, there could be a very simple explanation. Now, we're going to get to the White House and the press secretary and the Department of Homeland Security, all that. We're going to get to that in a minute. But This could, okay, let's try to explain this away. This could very easily be just a blurry image, somebody zooming in, camera shake, dirty lens. I mean, how many times have you tried to take a picture of dirty lens and you zoom in, it's just all blurry? Try doing that at night. It's going to look even worse. So you have a situation like this. I'm not saying it's not a drone or a UAP or whatever it could be, but my mind wants to go to logical places. And given, again, the heightened sense of hysteria, everybody is looking at drones. Now we have Secretary Mayorkas suggesting they lack the authority to do anything. Think about that. This is the same guy that left the borders wide open, let 20 million illegals in, saying he lacks authority. I don't know. Last time I checked, the United States had authority over its own airspace. This is the head of the Department of Homeland Security claiming he has no authority. This guy is as worthless as they come. And he's on CNN. Of course, he goes to a safe space. Let's see what Wolf Blitzer had to say to this guy.
And we have also asked
President-elect Donald Trump, he just called on the Biden administration for you guys to either release any information it has about these mysterious drone sightings or shoot the drones out of the sky. How do you respond to the president-elect?
Well, first of all, the statements I've made already are the principal message that I want to communicate to the American public. We haven't seen anything unusual. We know of no threat. Secondly, we have gone to...
Okay, point by point here. We haven't seen anything unusual. I think for the past 3 weeks, we have seen quite a bit of unusual activity over New Jersey, and now it appears to be spreading across the country and across the world. These people are out to lunch.
Congress repeatedly asking for more authority to counter drone activity, and we have also asked for more authority to give to the state and local officials under our supervision, because it correctly notes those authorities need to be expanded.
I want to play something another New Jersey congressman, Republican Jeff Van Drew, said about the drones over his state in New Jersey. Listen to this.
We're not being told the truth. They are dealing with the American public like we're stupid. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it's about. They haven't taken one down to analyze it. They have no idea where it comes from, but they know that it's not that. I mean, that's nonsense. They do not know what they're doing. Why don't they take one of them down, analyze it, and let us know what's really happening?
What do you say to the congressman?
Well, first of all, we have experts, and he should not diminish the extent of their expertise and the extent of their dedication to the well-being of the American people. These are individuals who dedicate their careers to the safety and security.
Oh, shut up, Mayorkas. He's denigrating the people. Dude, you've denigrated this country. All right?
Of the United States of America, number one. Number two, it's not as though anyone can just take down a drone in the sky. That in and of itself would be dangerous.
Oh, my God. This guy, this is the caliber of people we have heading Department of Homeland Security. I showed you a video 2 days ago of the technology that we do have to take drones out of the sky, to neutralize them. And this guy's telling you that we can't do it. I showed you Department of Defense video.
Do you have the authority to shoot down drones?
Our authorities are very limited. That is precisely why we have gone to Congress to expand those authorities. Our authorities are limited by the United States Coast Guard in the maritime environment, the United States Secret Service in its protection of our national leaders, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection with respect to the border. We have various authorities that are discrete to the particular missions. We can't just shoot a drone out of the sky.
But do you know for sure these are drones or unmanned aircraft?
What
are
a
they?
drone out of the sky.
We believe that there are cases of mistaken identity where drones are actually small aircraft and people are misidentifying them. There very well may be drones in the sky, of course, but those are commercially available. One can go into a convenience store and buy a small drone. There are also commercial.
Okay, first of all, people are reporting these are the size of cars. I can't go into a local hobby shop and buy a drone the size of a car, Mayorkas.
Drones as well, but we know of no threat or nefarious activity. And I want to repeat, Wolf, that if we learn of any cause for concern, we will be transparent in our communication of it.
We know that some of these drones, whether in the Middle East or Ukraine, have weapons, have missiles attached to these drones. Wouldn't it be smart to at least get a look at these drones to see if they are armed?
Wolf, there is no question that technology has advanced in the realm of drones. They can fly farther, they can fly faster, they can carry heavier payloads. Our authorities need to keep up with the technological advances. The chairman of the Homeland Security Committee in the House of Representatives.
Okay, whatever this guy's saying is worthless, so I'm going to cut out of him. Okay, let's just cut out of him. Okay, so let's get to Ashton Forbes. And this is what he just posted an hour ago. Optimizations. Now, we've seen some... Okay, there's been some crazy video of drones that look like orbs. All right? And Ashton Forbes knows a thing or two about orbs. If you want to find out about what happened to flight MH, 370, go and look up his work. It's phenomenal. And I'm going to have him on at some point later. But optimization of plasma-propelled drone performance parameters 2024. Americans better wake up to the reality of plasma drones because the CCP is taking it very seriously. Okay, here it is. Recently, the world's first plasma-propelled drone was successfully flown, demonstrating that plasma propulsion technology is suitable for drone flight. The research on plasma propulsion drones has sparked a surge of interest. This study utilized a proxy model and the NSGA2 multi-objective genetic algorithm to optimize the geometric parameters based on staggered thrusters that affect the performance of electroaerodynamics thrusters used for solid-state plasma aircraft. So, I'm not going to get into all the specifics here because it's way above my pay grade, but he is pointing out that they do have the technology for plasma-propelled drone aircraft. And that could also be what we're seeing. Because we see some kind of plasma field around some of these. And some of it could just be really bad camera lenses. I don't know. But I wanted to bring that to your attention. And then we have this here, okay? We've got some video of this type of drone in action. One of the first times I've ever seen one of these. Samuel Hammond says that this matches the video I've seen and certainly helps explain the government's odd response. Now we're going to show you one of these drones in action. Looks like it has the wings fold out. It can have vertical takeoff, and then it can move forward. They write that they think it's a Terradynamics XP4 trans-wing drone. The stubby nose, straight side wings, long tail with dual forking fins visible in the first Twitter X post at 19 seconds. The Terradynamics XP4 is being developed for the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and a moving ship, including a high sea and high wind. As the name suggests, it's a trans-wing design which transitions between quadcopter and fixed-wing modes for both long-range flight and VTOL capabilities, so it can hover pretty much at will. Think about that, okay? And then we're going to show you one of those in action. But check this out. They're literally shooting drones out of the sky now. Drone hunters are shooting at objects they think are drones in northern New Jersey. The question is now, how long until a plane is shot at? People are taking matters into their own hands. What if that's just a pilot in a Cessna? What if it's a passenger plane? I mean, it's getting out of hand, guys. People are going crazy, and they're shooting at drones now. this. Holy cow. We have reached peak hysteria. But when you have people like Congressman Tim Burchett and others going on Fox News and even tongue-in-cheek saying, shoot these drones out of the sky, people are going to take you seriously. They're not going to get the joke, and they're going to do just that. And this is what we're seeing. Unreal. Okay, so T.O. Red Octopus, call me crazy, but there are mystery drones, and people are saying they're seeing mists or trails of substance coming from them. I'm in the ER right now with people of all ages, hunched over in excruciating pain, that are vomiting and some with diarrhea. The staff just told me that there's a new virus. They don't know the name of it, or is it me? Am I overthinking? Something doesn't seem right. That's according to a New Jersey resident this evening. Okay. This is, the name has been redacted. That's all I can show you. Apparently, Rosemary is the person's name. I bet you if we reverse engineered that photograph, it might take a little time, but we could probably figure out who the person is. But now they're saying people are getting sick with a mystery virus. I mean, what in the hell is going on? A mystery virus. Is that the point of this? I mean, people have been posting like, these trails, chemtrails or contrails, whatever you want to call them, but that's what some of them are. They could just be jet contrails, some could be chemtrails. I don't know. Are these things spraying stuff now? Well, there's people who believe that, and they're getting sick in the ER. Trump demands answers. As you heard Wolf Schitzer say, Trump demands answers over mystery U.S. drone sightings. Let the public know. And now, otherwise, shoot them down. Wow. So, shoot them down. Donald Trump says, shoot them down, and the people of New Jersey are listening. Mystery drone sightings all over the country. Can this really be happening without our government's knowledge? I don't think so. Let the public know, and now, otherwise, shoot them down. Donald John Trump. And ask and you shall receive, right? Yeah, we got more, folks. Don't you worry. The party's not over yet. This one claims to be the clearest drone UAPD sighting that I've seen in New Jersey, taken last night in Neptune, New Jersey. This was published 4 hours ago by Guitarland. Now, that looks like a fixed-wing craft. Is there any audio? I don't hear any audio on this. Nope, no audio. And, notice, okay, there is a blinking light underneath. It doesn't have the traditional green and red lights on the... Wow. But maybe it's just flying overhead, so it appears to be morphing into a... Yeah, it's flying right over this person's head. I don't know, man. That... Man, we just need answers. I don't know what this thing is, but it looks like it could be a... Doesn't it? Again, it's not following standard FAA, but it does have a blinking light. Okay. We got some more. Pentagon, of course, shooting down the New Jersey representative's claim that drones are from an Iranian mothership. That was the big story. Congressman Jeff Van Drew wants flight restrictions. Well, from what I understand, the FAA has already imposed flight restrictions, but it's not making a difference.
Told it wasn't, whether they belong to a foreign adversary or even a group of reckless individuals. We've been down this road before. When the Chinese spy balloon crossed our skies, we were told it wasn't a threat. We later learned it was actively gathering intelligence. Yet we have already made the same damn mistake with these drones by allowing them to freely operate for almost a month now. America, it's time to take this seriously. We need answers, and we need action, and we need it now. I am calling for immediate flight restrictions in those areas and any measures necessary to eliminate this threat. We must take these drones out of the sky so we can finally get some answers in who is flying them and why they're flying, whether they belong to a foreign adversary.
And apparently one did actually supposedly crash. There was a lot of activity. We've got some footage from that as well. Okay, I'm going to show you. We got a lot to cover, so I'm telling you what's ahead. But look at this. Okay, New York Post. Jeff Van Drew, representative, doubles down on the claim that the mystery drones are coming from foreign mothership offshore. We are not being told the truth. That is according to the New York Post. And then here he posts this. This is corroborating his statement a day ago. Iran's militarized drone carrier vanished from port between November 12th and November 28th, right around when the drones started appearing. It's our responsibility to at least investigate any potential connection to what is happening in New Jersey. We need answers. So this is satellite recon imagery showing the Iranian drone ship there and then not there. So he's backing up his own claim with satellite imagery. Here we have Jeff Van Drew on the Dom Giordano program addressing criticism after blowing the whistle on the Iranian drone ship. He says there's something called rapid response. This should be called dumbass response. So he's backing up his claims. He's doubling down.
Congressman Dan, my producer, has a question.
Yeah, Congressman, this ship that you're talking about, because there's been a lot of discussion, and it's unfair, the coverage that you've gotten, because this article's been out there. I mean, Business Insider had this back on December 5th, so if any journalist just did any kind of research, they could have found exactly what you're talking about. And I myself, I did do some research here, and I found, can you give us some information about this ship? Because what they did, I think they took a cargo ship, they bought an old cargo ship, retrofitted it with like a runway, and created like an actual ship from scratch.
I mean, this is so bad and so wrong at so many levels. We spend almost $1 trillion a year in the Pentagon, but they can't even get their act together. They are so far. I've said this. I said it before. It's not the first time I said it yesterday. China is a decade ahead of us. We are too. And I'm serious about this. We are too worried about DEI and paying for sex changes in the different agencies and using the proper pronouns. Man, we got to get focused as a country. This is serious stuff. These other folks aren't kidding around. These countries are serious. They want to be number one. They want to take over. We need to do way better. That's the one issue. And yeah, you're right. They retrofitted the ship. They've been dealing with China, getting information, technology, and material itself. They've been getting the drones. So these drones are very sophisticated. We don't have them. They can navigate well at night. The sophistication on how they are navigating is amazing because they're making sure not to be detected by radar. And by the way, our radar is not capable of actually fingerprinting them. So now the Department of Defense, the military, is bringing in some more radar, which nobody has announced, but I'm telling you it's true, and it eventually will be announced. But Utah, there's something called rapid response. Well, this to me should be called slow, dumbass response. I've never seen anything like it. I feel like I'm living in bizarre.
Well, I'm putting that headline on top of the building. Henry, get out there at that big sign. I know it's windy. Slow, dumbass response.
Slow, dumbass response, indeed. Okay, let's continue. We've got more. This is, again, look at that picture he was just referencing of the ship that has left port, the Iranian militarized drone carrier. Okay. Mr. Fireside posting this. Okay, so we played this. We played this yesterday or 2 days ago, but it bears repeating.
These drones. Sources tell us there's a possibility that these drones are actually very advanced military craft and that the Pentagon's testing these drones over friendly American territory. Drone warfare has become so critical, as we've seen in Ukraine, that the U.S. military needs to test American drone capability in residential and urban areas. But
Okay, so Jesse Waters is saying it's us. Van Drew is saying it's Iranian drones. The Pentagon is saying it's not the Iranian drones. And Mayorkas says we can't do anything. Our hands are tied because we're waiting for Congress. Okay? Like, nobody knows what the hell is going on. Literally, there are so many mixed messages. It's hard to get a bead on anything. Okay, this goes back to what Ashton Forbes brought up about the plasma drones. An alleged glowing orb drone, UAP, flies by Miami South Beach, a Miami balcony just a few hours ago. It's hard to pull something like this. This is mind-boggling. Now, this is in Miami. All right. Watch this. Here's the drone.
What is this? Is this the same kind of drone that they're seeing in New Jersey? What is this? Is this the same kind of drone that they're seeing in New Jersey?
Look at the reflection off the building. Okay, you can see the reflection off the building. Now people are saying, "Oh no, it's a reflection off the window. It's a hoax." But when you look at it clearly, you can see
Same kind of drone
that it is right there. Look, you can see the reflection of the lighting off of the building. Now, this okay, we can explain this. This is either a glowing orb, or it could be a drone with a super bright light attached to it that's flying. I don't know, but this is out of Miami. Okay, I am Dr. Venkman, obviously a parody account from Ghostbusters, says, "I fear our society is past the point of no return. The masses are stupid. All these videos of airplanes flying at night are exactly that, airplanes flying at night. How do we become so dumb? People are spoon-fed info from engagement farmers that have no interest in showing the truth. They spread absurd nonsense to make a few bucks. The truth isn't sexy." Now, I'll admit I fell victim to a hoax last night when I was reviewing some of the footage that came across, and I said, "Holy cow." I said, this looks like the clearest drone footage I've ever seen. And right away, somebody messaged me and said, "No, Gary, that's a hoax. That somebody did some 3D imagery." Boom, I deleted it. I mean, some of this stuff is very difficult to understand. But people are saying these are car-sized drones. Okay, here is video of actual military drones that are very large. These are car-size, truck-size military drones, quadcopters. Now, quadcopters they're gonna emit that sound, that buzzing sound that you look at the weaponry on these things. Quadcopters will emit a sound. You'll clearly know. You'll hear the propellers. Some of the videos we've seen. Look at this thing. It's crazy, right? Now, 2 days ago, this was posted. This looks like it's from one of those flight radar apps. And where'd it go? Here it is. The mystery drones are originating from. Now you can see this call sign Tulip 58. Tulip 58 comes out of Jersey over the ocean and circles an area. Now, this kind of lines up with Van Drew, what he's saying, that these drones are coming in off the ocean and they're from an Iranian drone ship, mothership. And if that's the case, in Tulip 58, it looks like it's a military aircraft. And you can see it. Let's see if you can find that, if I can get that picture for you. Yeah, there it is. That's what it looks like. So it looks like a military aircraft out there investigating what's happening. Now, this is over Los Angeles.
What are these? And why are there so many of them? Like all here? Okay, that one looks like a helicopter.
Okay, so again, I gotta say that some of these people, I think, are feeding into the hysteria, and what they're looking at, like they have a heightened sense of awareness to look up and look and question. So this person in LA, I'm trying to be like as pragmatic as possible here to find a logical solution to some of these videos we're seeing. Some I can't explain. This guy over is Los Angeles. Maybe he's not used to seeing all the air traffic over LA. And suddenly, because everyone's talking about drones, he decides to look up one night and goes, "Oh my goodness, look at all this, look at all these lights in the sky," and freaks out.
The other ones are-
And he doesn't know. And he's just looking at air traffic. And that's part of the problem we're facing now, because this story has spread so far. And it has reached the Pentagon. It has reached Department of Homeland Security. It has reached CNN. It's reached Fox News. Local media is covering it. They're having congressional hearings. Department of Homeland Security is hosting town hall meetings in New Jersey. So, like, the hysteria is real. And that's why I think we're going to get a lot of false positives out of this situation here. Now we have this too. This was just released. Reuters confirming this. Mystery drones buzzing Ramstein Air Base. Unidentified drones spotted zipping over the U.S. Ramstein Air Base in Germany and other key sites on December 3rd and 4th, leaving authorities scratching their heads. And then this is another one. This is over Virgie, Kentucky. And this Truth Poll X notes that this does not look like anything like a drone. Now, I don't know. There's no real context to this, right? You've got someone pointing a camera. I don't have any reference points to things on the ground to say how large this is. I mean, this, you know what this could be? Hell, this could be a fluorescent light bulb reflecting off the glass in someone's kitchen as they point the window at the sky. I mean, there have been instances where videos are totally debunked because that's exactly what they were. And people intentionally post this garbage because they want to do engagement farming, and they see a cylindrical object over Virgie, Kentucky, filmed with a 150x telescope. Well, give me some reference points. I have no reference points here. Unidentified drone sighted over U.S. airbase in Germany. Multiple drones entered airspace at, listen to this, New Jersey Naval Air Station. The general posting this. Oh my. U.S. Air Force has confirmed drones were spotted over Germany's Ramstein base as German authorities investigate potential sabotage linked to critical infrastructure. Warren County Police Chiefs Association has raised serious concerns, publicly disagreeing with the FBI and other federal agencies that dismiss the mysterious drones as no threat to the public. Shadow of Ezra on X. Local authorities are frustrated and alarmed, receiving no real answers. Now, what the hell is that? That looks like something out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I mean, that's the visual. That's immediately what I get right there. Now, I wonder if some of these are straight up hoaxes. People just feeding into the hysteria. Going and getting some, making their own homemade drone and putting it up with a bunch of crazy lights on it and making people even more freaked out. Yeah, see, and they add some creepy music to even amplify the whole thing. Okay, so here is Biden. Just in 5 hours ago, Biden not ready to order drone takedowns. John Kirby says the White House doesn't know enough about the drones to make a decision on whether to take them down. John Kirby. The Biden administration.
Flying over your house. Do you know and you can't say? Can you tell me that?
No, I'm telling you, Martha, I'm telling you, we don't know.
Let me
can't corroborate every single sighting. Some of them we have, not all of them, and we're working hard to do that. We know people are afraid of it. We know people have concerns. We have those same concerns.
Yeah, because they're flying over your house, and it sounds like there are motorcycles landing on your roof. Let me ask you this. One, person who watched this online said they think it's a Pterodynamics Transwing Drone XP4, which is being developed by the U.S. Navy as a recon and logistics drone capable of picking up and dropping off packages between land and moving ships in high seas and winds. They're suggesting it's an American company. We asked the company. They said we can't speculate on the origin of the drones that are flying over New Jersey. So is that an avenue that has been inspected? Is this a private company that is practicing something? And wouldn't they have to clear something with somebody to have this kind of activity?
It could very well be, as I said, these could be commercially developed drones of some kind.
Why not just take one down and figure out what's going on?
Well, the idea of taking something down, again, you want to worry about public safety. First of all, we don't have enough conclusions to take that kind of a policy action. But let's just assume for a minute, Martha, that we did. I mean, you're not going to want to shoot something down where it could hit somebody's house or hurt somebody.
Well, the Coast Guard says that there are 30 of them following one of their ships in the ocean. So would that work?
I mean, again, we have to develop the policy options based on what we know we're dealing with here, and we just don't know enough to make those to take those kinds of actions. But my goodness, we're going to do everything we can to find out, and we're going to share as much as we can. I understand it's frustrating for folks.
Yeah.
It's frustrating for us. We want to know as well.
What does President Biden say about it?
He also has tasked the team to look into this and to be energetic in doing it to try to get answers. He saw some of these images yesterday. He has talked to his team, including his top leaders, including at the Defense Department.
And Have you called in like AI experts or said, like, why don't we ask
between scoops of ice cream and applesauce, right?
Elon Musk what he thinks, or brought in outside experts?
We're working really hard right now inside in the interagency, and certainly supporting the FBI and DHS as they investigate this. And if we need to have additional conversations with people outside the lifelines, we certainly will do that. But I want to make sure I don't get ahead of the investigators and what they're doing.
It just seems weird. I mean, people, they're low. They fly fairly low, some of these. It just, I think, is amazing that the White House has no idea what's going on. I think that makes people feel really unsettled. In New Jersey, they sent out an intelligence bulletin, I should say, issued in December of 2024 with recommendations for encountering downed UAVs. And it says a downed or landed drone should not be approached. It says, request hazardous materials response unit or local hazmat team. And then it says, request the nearest bomb squad. Do you agree with those recommendations if one of these things comes into someone's house or lands in their yard, or they have to deal with it?
Yeah, look, I haven't seen that directive, but all that makes perfect sense to me as a former military person. If something like an aircraft of any kind lands in your backyard or close to you or your family, call the authorities. Don't approach it. You don't know what it is, and you don't know what kind of fuel might be on board. You absolutely should just call the authorities. Make sure you report it. Don't go near it. Don't touch it. You don't want to get hurt.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Kirby. Appreciate that. Appreciate the insight. Now check this out. 10 hours ago, this was posted on TikTok. Crash Cam 420. Okay. People are reporting strange radio noises while driving near these drones. Now, again, this could be somebody just posting some hoax stuff, adding a soundtrack over a video just to create more hysteria. All right. Here we have a fleet of UFOs.
Holy piss.
A fleet of UFOs has appeared over the U.S., dividing the nation into UFO loving and UFO denying groups. I don't know. I mean, okay, let's think. Maybe you guys have seen those Japanese lanterns where they light a candle and then it floats up in the air. You get a whole group of people out there launching. I've seen it. People launching 100 of these things at a time, and they all float up in the air. That could explain what we're seeing here.
Crap. There is some wild-looking crap in the skies. Holy piss. Hold on. I'm going to put my hat on backwards. I don't know what's going on. I hope these are in focus. Look at this.
That right there, those look like Japanese lanterns. A whole bunch of them at one time at night. Okay. Here we have again, a day ago, if it's in Iran or China, there's no credible evidence to suggest there is. Who is it? Could it be homegrown? Jesse Waters says military advanced craft.
An understanding of the challenge. This week, the Secretary signed a classified strategy for countering unmanned systems, more commonly known as drones, have the potential to pose both an urgent and enduring threat to U.S. personnel, facilities, and assets overseas, and increasingly in the U.S. homeland.
Where's that footage? We got footage of the drones that had actually shot that crashed. We're going to get to that. But this is okay. This is that drone that someone in New Jersey claims that they. Let's see. You could see. This is what people are potentially seeing. This style of drone flying in groups. This is a United States military drone with the fixed wings that can move for vertical takeoff and landing. That's what Martha was talking about. Okay. Now here's another video that's posted 10 hours ago. In the middle of an ocean on a ferry, nothing around, and then bam, drones appear out of nowhere in the middle of the sea. Our government knows what it is, but they aren't telling us. Now, if this was taken out in the middle of the ocean, those would not be Japanese lanterns. But he's on a ferry, he's panning around, and he sees these things in the middle. Who knows what they are?
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean on a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so here is let's go. We got more from John Kirby. This is at the White House official from C-SPAN.
Now, finally, I just want to add a few comments on the reports of drone activity here on the East Coast, particularly in and around New Jersey. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources using numerous detection methods to better understand their origin. Using very sophisticated electronic detection technologies provided by federal authorities, we have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. The United States Coast Guard is providing support to the state of New Jersey and has confirmed that there is no evidence of any foreign-based involvement from coastal vessels. And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace. Now, that said, we certainly take seriously the threat that can be posed by unmanned aircraft systems, which is why law enforcement and other agencies continue to support New Jersey and investigate the reports, even though they have uncovered no malicious activity or intent at this particular stage. While there is no known malicious activity occurring, the reported sightings there do, however, highlight a gap in authorities. And so we urge Congress to pass important legislation that will extend and expand existing counter-drone authorities so that we are better prepared to identify and mitigate any potential threats to airports or other critical infrastructure, and so that state and local authorities are provided all the tools that they need to respond to such threats as well. Now,
he wants, hey, Congress, go pass some legislation. Okay. Hey, guys, let's get the committee together. Let's draft some 5,000-page legislation, and let's go ahead and lobby for it on Capitol Hill. Let's bring it to the floor. Let's put it in committee. Let's debate on it. Let's do the markups. Let's bring everyone together, and then we're going to figure out if we can actually vote on this. Oh, we can't get to a consensus? Okay, let's vote again. Yeah. See how slow the reaction is here? He's passing it off to Congress. If they wanted, they could declare, national threat, take the action right now. I mean, what happens if there's an airliner that's hijacked, right? What do? They send up the F-16s and they say, we're going to shoot this thing out of the sky, right? But no, they can't do this for some simple little frickin' drones. We're going to go to Congress. It's a total joke what these people are doing. Okay, here's this guy. Okay, this was just published a day ago. All right. This is the video of the man who saw an up-close version of the UFO UAP drones we've been seeing in New Jersey. The UFO was a few feet away from him, and he said it was the size of a two-car garage, 40 feet by 40 feet. It looked like a drone on steroids. Here's News Nation.
Come on the show to talk. How is it possible that everyone from the New Jersey governor to the FBI have no idea what these are? Joining us now is my friend Evan Cutler, who witnessed one of the drones up close in New Jersey. He took some pictures as well. Evan, good to see you. So Evan described to me what he saw, and I said, you got to come on the show to talk about it.
How about you show us the pictures? Don't describe it.
Evan, what did you see?
Well, I saw a drone. If it was a drone, who knows what it was, but it was not the drone you see people fly. There's the picture. It was the size of a school bus, literally the size of my two-car garage. Well, I have a one-car garage, the size of a two-car garage.
And what happened when you saw it or you started taking pictures, et cetera?
Well, to back up a little bit, I'm coming home from On Patrol Live. It's 12:30 at night, and I get into Montclair, New Jersey, and I see the full moon. And I'm like, well, it can't be a full moon because the full moon was 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, it's getting closer and closer. And then first, I think it's a plane, then a helicopter. Then it's hovering right over the woods as you're entering Montclair. And it's a drone literally 40 feet wide by 40 feet wide, hovering right over the woods. I pull over, get out of my car, forget about the phone. I'm just like looking at this thing, wondering what the heck it is. Then I said, oh, I should take a picture. I grab my phone, the second it notices I'm out there, it just starts heading south. Grab the picture. The picture looks like a dot. It looks like, at the very most, like a Plan 9 from outer space flying saucer. But when I got a good close look at it, when it was only about 100 feet off the ground, maybe 150 feet off the ground, it looked like a drone on steroids, like literally a drone the size of a garage.
And you reported it to the authorities?
I got home. The first thing I did is I Googled. I went on X. I went on Instagram. I'm like, is this a thing? And I saw nothing except one little news report from Morris County Patch about some drones making noise and keeping people up at night. Nothing. So the next morning I called the FAA. I called the FBI.
The next morning?
Still to this day, I've not gotten a response from either of them.
Well, it's not surprising considering we just saw them in front of a House committee saying they don't know what's going on. But,
the one thing I got to say, though, is if for people like me who do see something that's unidentified, there's very little recourse. I Googled, what do you do when you see a UFO? There's nothing. I think that's why a lot of times these things go unreported. You have nowhere to go. And I'm a seasoned journalist. I know, I did some digging. I found out who to call. And to this day, I've gotten no response.
It's weird that it's just happening in this one area of New Jersey. Maybe they're just monitoring you, Evan,
That was my first thought. And, and I do have my aluminum foil here if I do want to make a hat.
Come on,
that
dude.
was what some people at On Patrol Live suggested. But, as ridiculous as everything sounds, I do have a teeny bit of credibility. I'm the president of the Montclair Bird Club. I'm used to looking at things in the sky. I've been a bird watcher since fourth grade.
He's got credibility, guys. It's a bird watcher. I mean, if there's somebody I'm going to call, if I see something unidentified in the sky, I'm going to reach out to my local bird watching club. Are you kidding me, dude?
In my weekends at the Montclair Hawk Watch, I look at things in the sky. I know that's one of the things I'm good at.
Yeah, you're good at many things, Evan. Don't sell.
Bro, you should have kept that to yourself, man.
Yourself short. Evan Cutler, thank you very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. See you this weekend.
Yeah, Evan Cutler, dude. He's the man. He's the guy you need to talk to. Multiple unidentified drones. This comes 9 hours ago. Entered the airspace over a Navy weapons station in New Jersey, naval officials report. Okay, so if they're over a naval installation, that should immediately be cause for concern and give you immediate authorization to scramble jets. Get the Blackhawks up. Get them going. Chase these things down. But you got Mayorkas going, and Kirby going, well, maybe we should go to Congress and write a bill.
to public safety.
Now to New York and New Jersey senators expressing urgent concern over those drone sightings, demanding federal agencies brief them on the growing issue. Ariel Reshef is here now with more for us. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Michael. This situation is distressing not only to officials and law enforcement, but of course to the residents in these areas where these aircraft have been spotted. Now members of the president's own party are blasting the administration's lack of transparency and action. Night after night for weeks, this menacing sight in the skies above the Northeast. But this morning, the White House, FBI, and Homeland Security downplaying any potential threat to public safety or national security.
Upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully.
The Biden administration saying it has no evidence that these aircraft were sent by a foreign adversary. But that hasn't quelled concerns from some New Jersey officials.
I'm incredulous about that. That is ridiculous. I would invite Mr. Kirby to Mine Hill. Come on out, and you can count him with me all night.
That frustration echoed by members of Congress on both sides of the aisle.
They should be shot down if necessary. The lack of information is absolutely unacceptable.
In a strongly worded letter to the FBI, DHS,
a strongly worded letter. Yeah, that's going to do it.
FAA, senators from New York and New Jersey expressing urgent concern. Drone experts suggest the concern may not be one for national security, but rather for privacy.
I question the rights of someone to fly over populated areas with cameras trained on the people below them. Am I worried in the sense of national security? Based on what I've heard, the answer is no.
And there's still no clarity on where these aircraft are coming from. An expert we spoke to said that the fact that these aircraft have flown freely near sensitive areas may indicate that they are not foreign and that the military is aware of them. The White House says it will continue to investigate, as will we, guys.
Yeah, sure. We've got a lot of faith in those guys. This ex-user says we cannot detect the radio frequency channels of the drones. New Jersey State Police say the UFO drones are operating on a frequency that cannot be detected. And then he shows this video of the Chinese drone swarms that we've shown you in the past. Here are the drones. This was published 21 hours ago. Drones UAPs over New York. Look at that. Can you see that here? I'm going to get a little bit better shot for you there. Drones over New York. Are those flights? Are those airlines on approach? I mean, are they in a holding pattern or are they actually drones? This person says they've identified one of the most viral drone videos. Here's a classic example. It's a PC-12 flight HR F-15 flying to Teterboro Airport. I spoke with the pilot who viewed the video and said, definitely me. Media is currently reporting this as a mystery drone while mystery solved. Okay. Another classic example.
This is a video of the Morris County drones with characteristic triangle lights on the back or underneath.
And that is it's a small plane. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, she's pissed. She's pissed, guys. Oh, yes, she is. Listen to her. Listen to what she has to say.
What this is. Well, number one, I'm going to call it total bullshit that no one knows what these are. And I think it's a slap in the face to the American people to say they don't know what this is. They can track down a guy that just killed a CEO, but they can't identify what nightly drones are and where they're coming from. I think that is absolutely disgusting to lie to the American people like this, and the truth needs to be told about it. Secondly, if they're telling the truth, then this country is in horrible shape. We're all in danger. I mean, seriously, if our great government can't identify what these drones are, they're flying every single night, that people are sitting out there videoing with their cell phones, then no American is safe. And I have no respect if our government cannot say what these are.
So if we don't know who they are, right, so it's got to be somebody else, or they're just not telling us and they know who it is. And some people have said maybe it's, for an adversary. What do you think?
I personally, I seriously don't know, but I think they know. I think our Pentagon knows. Our Pentagon should know, right? The Department of Defense absolutely should know. And I'm not privy to that information. I'm not. We're not in control yet. But I'll call them a bunch of liars, and I think they're full of shit.
Because they're saying they don't know. So it's like, if you don't know, then...
If they don't know, they need to resign in shame. That's what I think. And we need people in charge that can know what this is. But I don't buy it at all.
Yeah, she's not buying it at all. Okay, U.S. Senator Andy Kim reports seeing multiple drones flying over New Jersey yesterday. A U.S. senator. Here is key findings with video. Local police say they're seeing them every night. They've attempted to chase the drones with helicopters, but once they get too close, the drones turn off their lights and go dark. The drones always come out after dark and disappear before dawn. They move horizontally and instantly switch back in the opposite direction, as planes can't do. Travel in clusters of 2 or 4. Some are illuminated in solid white lights. Others had red and green directional lights. Police are receiving reports that these drones are flying low and close to homes, being described by witnesses as being the size of car hoods. Drones do not show up on any flight tracking apps. Kim made these observations while out with police near Round Valley Reservoir. And this is, I guess, some of his footage. Now there you can see blinking lights, directional lights.
Weird, because that's just in the middle of Round Valley.
Yeah, that one right straight ahead.
Yeah, but what are they doing? We have family down, my son's going to college down the shore, and they're right there.
I can't tell what's going on in that one there. There's another one. Again, that could just be a small plane.
Yeah.
What, are they passing each other?
I've never seen them.
Wow, they just passed each other.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
Oh, wow, look at that. Well, that's weird. That's weird. That was one, looked like one solid light and split off into 2.
That's really convincing.
Yeah, they are. They're coming this way towards Round Valley.
Video from Senator Andy Kim. This was posted a couple days ago. Now, this is probably one of the most bizarre ones I've seen yet. As close as it gets to the biblical Ezekiel's wheel within a wheel, rotating on its own axis. They aren't drones, says this poster, Kay Schroeder. Admiral John Kirby, whatever. Homeland Security and the FBI jointly issued a statement on reported drone sightings in New Jersey one day ago. We have no evidence at this time the reported drone sightings pose a national security or public safety threat or have any foreign nexus. The FBI, DHS, and our federal partners in close coordination with the New Jersey State Police continue to deploy personnel and technology to investigate the situation and confirm whether the reported drone flights are actually drones or instead manned aircraft or other inaccurate sightings. And again, we have the people shooting at the drones. Why won't the government shoot the drones down? That's the question. Here's some more footage. Another one saying the best footage so far. I mean, everyone's posting this is the best footage so far, right? But those look like identical light configurations. Okay. And one day ago, New Jersey and New York authorities are actually doing it, along with the FBI launching drones to observe at times and attempt to engage these UAPs.
Times the size, Ralph. Authorities in Toms River, New Jersey, launching their own drone offensive for a closer look. Their eye in the sky, capturing one of the drones in motion.
They're 2 feet bigger than our drones, or 2 times the size rather, so they're about 4 feet, and it looks like it's a fixed wing type craft. What concerns us mostly is that at this point, nobody's seen any of these units taking off or landing.
When you see something of this capacity, you wonder why it would be needed. What are they doing? It implies a heavy payload, and a heavy payload would be either something dangerous, a bomb, but in this case, surveillance of some sort.
Look what's back again. Same spot as last night.
Meanwhile, more sightings of the large drones continue to proliferate social media. New Jersey resident Michael Marciano capturing these images on Saturday.
Coming right above my house. It's moving really fast now.
Growing concern as the mystery in the sky continues.
The mystery in the sky continues. Officer Liu, 9 hours ago, multiple drones have repeatedly entered the airspace over a Navy weapons station in New Jersey. White House says drones seen over Jersey are lawfully operated manned aircraft. Really?
Any. I just want to add a few comments on the reports of drone activity here on the East Coast, particularly in and around New Jersey. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or...
Okay, I think we saw that one already. I got to find the footage. Okay, here's another one saying the clearest drone UAP sighting in New Jersey, Neptune, New Jersey. Everyone says it. This is the clearest picture yet. And then we get, like, potato. Swarm of drones spotted in Sacramento, California. Again, this looks like it could easily be Japanese lanterns mistaken for drones. Okay, here's the downed drone, Morris County Dispatch Group 6. Listen.
It's going to be 10 East and Frank. County 32144, stopping here. Okay. It's going to be 10 East and Franklin, just in Denville with Lima, Papa November 6777. Toyota, New York. Receive.
Wait for it. Come on, give me more.
Yeah. 8590, I'll give you 21.
That might work, so I mean, you have it. Call 110. He's got his personal. County for 85. What was the exact call? This wasn't actually saw it crash or heard it crash?
Per the caller, a drone fell out of the sky by the power lines behind their house. And then 10 more showed up.
County, what was the actual address of the call?
1329 Sussex. Cameras are on 32 cars.
11085, we're good. We're in the woods.
Cruising. OEM 1's going to be on scene for the drone.
93, you at DPW?
Confirm. All clear.
Yeah, hold on a sec. We're walking up to you.
Okay, I found the video. I had it bookmarked. It should be here now. Here it is.
A response from authorities that could be a major response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey. Fox 5's Stephanie Bertini is live from that scene. Stephanie, obviously so much frustration about what is even happening in the skies above us. So this might be a big answer.
Yeah, Bianca, I talked to several people who tell us they heard a drone crash somewhere behind where I'm standing. We're working to get that information confirmed with officials. Our chopper has been flying over the area this morning. Here's some video. We're showing you that view from above. We're in a shopping plaza in Hillsborough, just off Route 206. First responders have been here all morning, including Hillsborough police, a lot of onlookers. I talked to one woman who says her concerns are growing, calling all the recent drone activity very bizarre. She says she heard the drone crash happened overnight here, but she says that she's seen several, what she believes are drones anyway, flying around her home. She says she lives not too far from where we're live right now. Now, we've reported on these drone concerns in New Jersey. Some experts have said the sightings could very well be lawfully manned aircrafts today. We're hearing from officials on Staten Island about the same topic. Take a listen.
You know, there's a saying that we had after 9/11: if you see something, say something. I think that's become, if you see something, don't worry about it, because we saw it too. And the people of Staten Island deserve answers. The people of this city and state and region deserve answers of what the heck is going on.
So we've heard from the FBI, and the FBI says there's no reason to believe that these recent possible drone sightings pose a national security threat. Now, in terms of what we're getting from local officials, we're being told we're going to get an update this afternoon at some point, Bianca, in terms of what they've been looking at here. Back to you inside.
Yeah, it's so interesting because they say it poses no threat, but they can't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So many questions surrounding this, Stephanie.
Yeah, they have no idea. And this is back in September. Elon Musk posted this: epic drone wars coming. What did he know? I mean, I believe he was responding to the Chinese drone swarms and Chinese drone technology at the time. But he put this out months ago, before the current drone psyop over New Jersey. Wait for the prepackaged solution from this latest government manufactured crisis to come in the form of Elon's Starshield and Peter Thiel's Planetar. A drone reportedly crash landed in Hillsborough Township, and a search is underway. Okay, there's actually better video I'm trying to get for you. I had it bookmarked, but there was actually somebody on the ground that had the footage. Drone crash. Let's see if we can get that.
Wells Hillsborough agencies are involved in an investigation in Hillsborough, New Jersey, as to a possible drone landing that happened yesterday. The search is ongoing right now in an area between or just off of Route 206 in Hillsborough near Falcon Road, and we can see a staging area by Somerset County hazardous material units, some other county officials, as well as Hillsborough agencies as well. We also understand the FBI is aware of the incident. Again, it's a search ongoing. It is primarily happening in a wooded area just adjacent to a shopping center, again in the area of Route 206 in Falcon Road. At this point, officials are not able to make any other statements as to the status of this investigation and what details that are known at this time and what they're able to share. But there we can see some of the firefighters that have been walking around in an area, again, just off of Route 206 near Falcon Road. We have seen them doing basically a wide area search on foot, as well as several all-terrain vehicles ongoing in this area. Agencies are involved in an investigation in Hillsborough.
So, I mean,
Jersey,
this is what we got to deal with, friends. There's so much happening.
That happened yesterday.
It's hard to really separate the fact from fiction. Clearly, the White House, the Pentagon, they're not giving us any answers. They're saying we got to go to Congress. You got people out there shooting them, literally shooting at drones now. You got President Trump saying they should be shot down. Tim Burchett the other day saying they should be shot down. Mayorkas is clueless. I mean, the entire administration is clueless. Elon Musk forewarning of a drone war back in September. It's like one thing after another. I mean, this could all just be designed to just keep us in a state of panic, in a state of fear, so that we submit to whatever crazy thing that they decide to throw at us next. You know, while we're distracted with this, what else are they doing? Right? These are all the questions we have to continually ask. Because this is serious, widespread mass hysteria that's taking place. And it's actually happening on quite a wide scale. When you have a congressman that's coming forward and he's saying that this is Iranian, and then you've got all these different media outlets that are all covering it at the mainstream media level, this all could be a major psyop. So what are they doing and why? So just pay close attention. You know, this could be something to distract us big time. And we're just a few more weeks until Donald Trump takes office. And all this is happening. Right? And you got crazy videos like this showing up. What is it? Is it a rain dot that someone's recording through a window at a rain dot? Or is it something legit? You know? Here's the pilot. Here's the pilot reporting mysterious lights. This is 11 hours ago. This is in Oregon now.
Air traffic control.
Red in color, moving at extreme speeds. I don't even know how to describe how fast he's moving.
You are cleared to maneuver as necessary, left and right, to avoid the UFO out there.
This is Joe communicating with air traffic control while he was piloting that live flight call to the North Bend, Coos Bay area. And the UFO in question, if you look closely on your screen, that little red dot that floats in and out of the video.
That was the one that was at our altitude that would come up to us and sit for about 3 to 5 seconds, and then it would go back out over the ocean, over the horizon.
He and his crew witnessed this mysterious object continue this odd behavior for more than 20 miles away for about 20 minutes total. This came after a United Airlines flight reported seeing similar mysterious objects zipping through the sky, ranging between 30,000 and 50,000 feet in altitude.
We're seeing 3 or 4 targets. They're all altitudes, up and down. It's pretty crazy.
One researcher suggests it's a light bouncing off a Starlink satellite over the Pacific Ocean, catching the eye of pilots, something that's reportedly happened before. But Joe says this ain't that.
I don't think Starlink, like I said, satellites don't typically change directions. But then again, I could be wrong, but I honestly don't think it was. I've never seen a satellite move like that.
I reached out to the Federal Aviation Administration to see if they can confirm this UFO sighting. They kept it short and sweet, saying a pilot saw unidentified lights. The good news is it's not believed Joe or his crew were in any danger as they continue to fly down to Coos Bay and back up to their station in Aurora. But the mysterious object popped up on his traffic collision avoidance system. He says that's not something that a light reflection can do.
TCAS works off a transponder code. So for something to register, it was registering like an aircraft. So the weird thing is we were seeing it as an aircraft inside the aircraft, but ATC wasn't showing it on their radar.
Whatever it was, Joe and many others hope they can get clear answers. Reporting in Eugene, I'm Aaron Ariano.
So the evidence is undeniable. These aren't just random sightings. There could be a coordinated campaign that's spreading across the nation. From New Jersey to Oregon, from military bases to civilian airspace, something unprecedented is happening in our skies. The government's response, a mix of denial, deflection, and disturbing silence. So here's what should keep you up at night. If these are hostile drones, why hasn't a single one been shot down? If they're ours, why the cover-up? And if they're something else entirely, well, that's where the story takes an even darker turn. So what do you think? Are we witnessing a foreign power's show of force, or a deep state psychological operation, or something far more mysterious? Share your theories in the comments below. And while you're pondering that, grab your exclusive MAGAvengers gear at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com, because when the truth is under attack, we stand vigilant.